Good morning, children. So now few terms which are related to the transport in plants, that is chapter 1, we are going to see in this video. The terms we are going to see in this transport in plants like facilitated diffusion, plasmolysis, and how is it practically used also we will know, and water potential and ascent of sap. Usually this ascent of sap occur in tall trees. How does it occur? We are going to see these 4 terms in this video. Okay. Now coming to the facilitated diffusion. This type of diffusion in which special proteins we know very well, that is the porins, okay, or channels, help move substances from high concentration region to low concentration region across the membrane. So they will not use any ATP energy. Now, the transport rate reaches a maximum when all the protein transporters are being used. Facilitated diffusion is very specific because it is sensitive to inhibitors. Coming to the plasmolysis and how it is practically useful to us also will come to know. The phenomena of shrinkage of protoplasm due to osmotic diffusion of water from the cells into surrounding environment is called plasmolysis. And this occurs when the cell or of course the tissue is placed in a hypertonic solution. You can say for example a salt solution. Then what happens? The water moves out. It is first lost from the cytoplasm and then from the vacuole. The salting of pickles, preserving of fish and meat in salt are good examples of practical applications of plasmolysis. Now coming to the water potential. Water potential is defined as the chemical potential, that is nothing but the free energy of water. And water potential is denoted by the Greek symbol PSI, P capital letter and SI is the small letter. And it is expressed in pressure units such as pascals. And it's also of course written like capital P and small a. The water potential of pure water at standard temperatures and pressure is always taken to be 0. And water will move from the region with the higher water potential to the region with the lower water potential. Solute potential and pressure potential are the 2 main components that determine the water potential. That is what we say water potential is equal to solute potential plus pressure potential. Now coming to the ascent of sap, how this ascent of sap occur in tall trees, and it is easily understand or the ascent of sap is done in the tall plants, tall trees by the theory that is cohesion, tension, transpiration, pull model. This model will explain the ascent of sap in tall trees, and it is proposed by Dixon, D-I-X-O-N, Dixon. The ascent of sap depends mainly on the following physical properties of the water. That is cohesion. We know very well cohesion is nothing but sticking together of particles in the same substance. And what is the adhesion force? Adhesion force is nothing but the attraction of molecules of a different kinds. So these are the 2 types of forces. Now these properties will give water high tensile strength and high capillarity. So in return what will happen? In plants, capillarity is aided by the small diameter of the tracheary elements, those are nothing but tracheids and vessels. And transpiration pull is the driving force for upward movement of water. Measurements reveal that the forces generated by transpiration can create pressure sufficient to lift a xylem side column of water over 130 meters high. So in this way the ascent of sap will occur in the tall trees. So thank you children. So in this video you have seen about the facilitated diffusion, plasmolysis, water potential and ascent of sap, which are very important, and this is being observed in the transport in plants.